read me.
Oh, and we're back here. I've got Terror ADAPTORS with me, and they're going on. What time are you guys playing again?
We're on about 8 o'clock,
8:15, yeah.
8:15 to 9 o'clock.
Wicked, man.
We're doing one of the select 45-minute sets.
Yeah. I saw it looks like the sets are getting a little bit longer as we go into the night.
Yeah. We managed to score that. That was pretty nice of Kelvin to
It's probably the best time to be playing though. 8:15. It's when everyone's there, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone's had a few drinks and getting merry. They're a little bit more forgiving of our mistakes.
Yeah.
These guys rock.
Well, it looks like there's a pretty good turn up now. Like there's quite a few people in here.
I was very impressed. We have been to festivals in the past that have been really well organised, but the turnout has been quite sort of like quite thin.
Yep.
And we've walked into big ass rooms and they've been very sparse. But we walked in, the chockers just everywhere, people everywhere. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it looks good, man.
Great. It looks more than the band's family and friends. That's the way I can say it.
For sure.
It's more different people that haven't seen the bands before, and they're coming in to see something new. So that's really good to see.
Kudos if this is like the Bunbury, like the local populace of Bunbury. We're all coming down and supporting these acts. It's fantastic of them.
Absolutely.
Did you bring any of your own entourage from Perth?
No, well I didn't, but I know Jacob brought his lovely girlfriend with him, and she's accompanied him. But that's it for entourage. Yeah. Well, Lem seems to have brought someone with him, and I don't know who she is. So I'll be plugging him later on for questions. Like,
most of them, like friends and family, though, they're at home doing the things they do. They don't really care about what's going on down here. But
actually, I do know who she is. That's all right. I've just solved my own mystery.
Wicked, man. Look, I just had a quick sticky peek on your Facebook page, and it says something about you guys are doing some what does it say? On your about section, it says an eclectic collection of musicians passionate about vintage sounds, science fiction, and old horror movies.
Yep.
Can you just? I mean, obviously, I'm gonna check you guys out in a couple of hours, but can you just tell me what that's about?
It's pretty apt description actually, but So
well, you wrote it.
Yeah, I must have. Just old. Like we're just really passionate about those sort of like old films.
Yep.
And what we do is we just, instead of just writing like boy meets girl and girl meets boy and we spin that on its head, and girl's actually from Venus and she's going to like remove his brain when he least expects it. And we just pay homage to those old science fiction movies by singing really cool songs about them. In various different styles, mostly like heavy hard rock, but also we'd sort of like throw back to sort of 50 sounds, and we use a sample pad and anything non-copyright or past the copyright period. Please don't sue. We just like to throw all sorts of weird noises on stage, and people seem to either dig it or walk away going, "I'm very confused right now."
Fantastic. It sounds quite unique.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I can honestly say I don't think there's any band like us in Perth, which is fantastic.
It does bring us back to ground level though, when we have heavy ass drums just going in the background. And also heavy bass and heavy guitar. That's where you know it's at. It's like it brings you back to reality. When it's rock and roll, but like we've got our own tinge on it.
Yep.
We've got our own niche. It's like a sci-fi niche, and that's our strong suit.
And you don't have to be in science. You don't have to be into sci-fi or horror to enjoy our music. You can just enjoy. I hope some good tunes. So.
Yeah, cool, man. No, I'm really looking forward to hearing it. So how do you guys get started in the first place? Like to come up with this concept?
I've been nutting out this concept for years in my own little stupid brain.
It's got very humble beginnings.
Yeah, it's just me being in other people's bands and being inspired by other. There's other science fiction bands in the world. There's like the Acrobats and Powerman 5000, Man at Astroman. Rob Zombie is another great, fantastic one as well. Yep. White Zombie as well.
Even Slipknot brings a bit in.
Yeah, Slipknot.
I suppose they got the horror, all the masks.
Is it Corey Taylor?
Corey
got his name right. Yep. Yeah, he's a massive sci-fi nerd. So there's been bands that none from Perth that I'm aware of. But I was always in these other bands, and they're always. I like the music. I like playing the music and stuff like that. But the subject matter was always kind of like, I wouldn't mind doing stuff that I'm actually, that I really would like to, I'd want to write the songs that I want to write, and ended up like sitting down and just throwing down a heap of songs with some other like-minded friends, and before we knew it, we actually had some music going. So yeah.
Excellent, man. Sounds good.
And the name itself just kind of came about by accident. Just like, well, we should call ourselves something. I don't know. Just looked around the room. The Terra. There's a power adapter on the floor. Adaptors. That was literally it. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Sometimes people go, that's a stupid name. But
no, it's a wicked name. it sounds awesome, man.
Yeah. This was before our time. Like before I joined the band, it was very simple. It was just Steve and Adrian just doing duo stuff.
Yep.
And they really wanted to get a band in there to bring the life to it. And as soon as we did it, it was almost magical. Like it was honestly like a breathtaking experience just for us on the stage. There wasn't a huge crowd for us, but like everyone enjoyed it, and it was really enjoyable. Doing our weird thing. We got our 2 singers. Like it's a lot like I don't know. They Might Be Giants have the 2 singers like lead singers. Yeah, it's very different, and people don't expect it, and that's where we kind of feel the niche is doing kind of stuff that we don't expect. Like that people don't expect.
Fantastic, man.
Yeah.
So what have you guys got in store for next year?
Oh, we got a lot in store. A lot. I'll let Adrian fill that in.
So we've got a single coming out.
Sweet.
And hopefully we'll start working on an album after that. We've got a debut video clip coming.
Yeah.
Shooting that in January.
Fantastic.
With all the restrictions coming off, I hope to be doing a lot more gigs.
Yep.
And I mean, this year's been a little bit quiet, but we've been pushing the band behind the scenes and, throwing the old EP out to different places and different radio stations and getting some airplay in some weird places I never thought we would.
Yeah.
But next year will be more of that with a lot more new material.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
And what's your take on today been so far?
Oh, it's been really enjoyable. It's a good drive down. It's lovely. It's a lovely town, and everyone here has been really nice.
Yeah.
And so far the music that we've managed to catch on stage has been just amazing.
Yeah, very welcoming.
It's been some crazy good acts so far, man.
Yeah, I know. We're coming on after Commander Panda, which I can't believe. It's like, oh geez, how can we come after these guys? Like they're on, and then it's another band and it's us. And I'm like, oh god, no, don't put us on after that.
Yeah. I've got the boys on here. I'm thinking about an hour after they finish. So we'll be coming in and having a chat about them. They recently did an EP as well.
No, we've I actually helped put together a big Spotify playlist with all the bands that are playing today. So it goes for like something crazy like 3 hours. But yeah,
I was about to say, is that all? I mean, there's like 30 bands or something.
Well, everyone gets one song, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
You got it pretty tight there.
Yeah.
You got the good songs in there.
I'm still waiting for a few more bands to release some material so we can actually put some stuff on there, but we can add it anytime they like. But
3 hours.
Yeah.
That's pretty much for all the Perth bands to listen to it on the way down and back again.
I think
they're driving down.
I think Commander Panda are actually like the last band on there, just because they literally released their EP about a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I'd done the playlist and they're like, hey man, we've got a new song, can we swap out the old song, put a new song on? I was like, yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Done. Yeah.
Cool. So where should people head over if they want to stay in touch on Terra Adaptors and all your new stuff?
Oh wow, we've got everything. We've got Spotify, Apple Music, we've got YouTube, we've got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're doing really well on our Twitter right now. We can't thank you guys enough. There's so much of a following there.
Wicked.
Yeah. It's really it's powerful.
We hit 5,000 last week, which is insane.
Yeah, it's just nuts. It's like wow, we don't expect that kind of following. Doing our little local gigs and stuff around. It's like there's only like 30 people there max, and like most of those people aren't going around sharing it and that, but it just happens to get around. And the word just somehow gets around, and it's really good. It's good to see that for a little indie band like us, and we're just going hard as hard as we can in every gig.
It's funny though, because it's quite rare that I actually hear people that are, or bands that are having success on Twitter, like out of all the ones I've spoken with, because it seems like a little bit of like a I don't know if it's like a weird platform to utilize for music, but most people just seem to stick to like your Instagram and your Facebook and all the standard ones. So how are you guys using Twitter since you've been so successful?
Well, I'm on there every day, and I just basically just run around, and a lot of people asking for new music. Like they just like go, I'm so bored with the music that I'm after.
Yeah.
Who's got new music? And I'm just like throwing the EP down every 2 seconds I get. I'm really quite sick of doing it myself actually. For 2 years, it's like, oh god, I can't wait for new material. Ugh. People are just digging it. There's people that I've networked on there. We've got an international community of bands that just sort of clump together, and we always like share each other's music and network and put out compilations and stuff like that.
Yeah, support each other.
Yeah, if you guys are ever bored, check out hashtag Boho Punk is a good one.
BOHO?
BOHOPUNK.
It's like
goodness.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, Bohemian Punk, Boho Punk.
Yep.
They're all on YouTube and a little bit on Spotify, but also on Twitter. And it's run by a guy called Jim's the Man. And he put me in touch with all these other bands, and it's been. I find Twitter is really quite accommodating and sharing, and everyone seems to really get engaged on Twitter. I don't know. I avoided it for years.
Yeah, the same. Like I've never really gotten into it either. Cause
I haven't even. And I'm part of the young generation, and it's like Twitter is like a taboo kind of thing.
Well, your generation are all TikTok. That's why.
No, it's all Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat, and that's how people
do a little dance for me, Jax. I'll just film it for you.
Well, apparently TikTok for musicians. Apparently, if you use your background music for TikTok, apparently counts as a stream or something. So there is apparently a way to get some royalties from it.
Copyright thing going on.
I think we've had all of like 2 streams using that. So I can't wait for that money to come in.
Next thing, ADAPTORS on TikTok.
But in regards to Twitter, I suppose again, I think the magic word is consistency. Again, like if it is the fact that you've been on there or you go on there so often and share stuff, and
you get out of it what you put in. You get out of it
100%.
If you get on, like, there's people that get on Twitter and they're all like, follow me, and then they don't follow you back, and it's just like, wow, that's a bit kind of like rude. Or there's people out there that follow Farm and they'll follow you and you follow them back, and then you look back through your followers and they've unfollowed you, and you're like, that's a bit rude. Yeah, but if you just sit back and just expect things to happen, then it's not going to happen. You've got to put in the hard yards.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man.
Anyway, we have a new bass player here.
Hey, it's Kian in the middle.
New.
Sitting there very quietly.
Hey.
Say hello.
Kian's amazing bass player.
Here we go, bass player.
And he's very young. He makes us feel very old.
Hey, I was zoning out.
How's things?
It's pretty good, yeah.
You excited to play today?
Yeah, it should be Gale time.
This is your second gig with us? Yeah, I think it is.
Maybe.
Yeah. Who's counting?
Fantastic, man.
He had his debut with us a couple of weeks ago at the it's renamed 6030. It's called the
up in
what's it called now?
Yeah, up in
Baltimore.
North somewhere.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. And he's fitting in like a glove. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
he's even come in and just on the spot, just like laid down tracks for the new single and some other little silly songs that we're doing on the side. And he just comes in, it's like no argument, just plays and smashes it out. It's great.
Wicked, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys. And so you're on again. So when was it again? Sorry.
We're on at 8:15 to 9 o'clock.
8:15.
Kian's like, no, get these things off me. I don't want to talk anymore.
Fantastic. All right, well, let's wrap it up. I can hear Commander Panda almost about to get started here.
Yeah, totally going to check them out.
So just before we wrap up, I've said that a couple times before, but up here somewhere, let's put it here. There we go. There's a link if anyone wants to donate some money to Stop the Violence Festival. So it's bit.ly at STV7 Bunbury, or you can just go on to GoFundMe, and there will be a link there as well. That's it. Thanks so much, guys. Really appreciate it, and looking forward to seeing you guys tonight.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Stefan.
Cheers, guys.